Hello again, this is Mark Lackey with part 3 of a presentation on parallel scale structure, noticing what stays the same and what changes if we build the various kinds of scales starting with the same tonic. We have looked at major scales and the natural form of the minor scale, or pure minor scale. Last time we looked at the harmonic minor scale. In the harmonic minor scale, we noticed that we have a lowered 6th scale degree, or a minor 6th scale degree. So starting on C, there's minor, there's G, the A flat, the minor 6th scale degree, pulls down to strengthen the dominant, which is a very important note in building harmonic structure. And the leading tone is very important for functional harmony because it points up to tonic. And so those tones are used to strengthen the harmony. This works great for describing what happens harmonically, but it's not what musicians would always do for the melody. This is one reason why. Notice that if we use these notes one after the other, G, A flat, B natural, C, that distance from A flat up a major second would give me B flat, but this is wider than that. This is an augmented second, A flat up to B. That musical distance was seen as unusual. It didn't fit with the style for common practice European composers, and so musicians would often find a different solution to their scale structure when they were working with melodic lines. They wanted smooth melodic lines in a minor context. And so we have the melodic form of the minor scale. It's unusual because it's different depending on whether the scale is ascending or descending. If I start on D3, as in this example, we're very familiar with the first 5 notes of the scale. Continuing, going up, I go up a whole step, and another whole step, and now a half step. That allows me to keep the leading tone, the C sharp, that pulls up to tonic, and I've also borrowed the 6th scale degree. I no longer have my minor 6 pulling down to 5. I have the same 6th scale degree, a whole step above 5, that will help to give the sense of pulling up. So when a scale, a melodic line, is ascending, musicians would often use this, and so we have brought this, we've systematized this and called this the ascending form of the melodic minor scale. Now, when the line descends, that raised 7th scale degree, that leading tone, and the major 6th scale degree, they don't really seem to fit very well with pulling down. Now, sometimes musicians would use that depending on the harmonic context, but very often they wanted more of a sense of pulling downward, and so they would go back to the notes that we find in the pure minor or natural minor scale. Going down, the melodic minor scale has the same notes as the key signature. And again, we could do this from other notes. Just for example, we'll look at this built on C, there's the ascending form of the melodic minor scale, and here's the descending form. The 6th and 7th scale degrees that are the same as the major scale give a sense of pulling up toward tonic, while the 7th and 6th scale degrees that we find in the natural minor scale that are a half step lower, they're chromatically lower, help to pull downward for descending lines that are as smooth as possible. Raised 6 and 7 produce a smooth upward leading line. And low 6 and 7 produce a smooth downward leading line. So there's our melodic minor scale, and that concludes our discussion